Hi there! I'm Mike McArthur, librarian at the Oshkosh Public Library, and welcome to some more Librarian Learns. This is the series where I take a look at some hyperlocal Oshkosh history that either I've been asked about or that I've wondered about myself while living here. If I get something wrong or I miss a part, please feel free to let me know in the comments, respectfully, or contact me at the library using the links in the description. Today I'm taking a look at a well-covered piece of Oshkosh history, the Raulf Hotel. But the heyday of the Raulf Hotel is not what interests me. What I'm into is this tiny little bit of history between 1968 and 1973 where it was known as the Picasso Plaza Motor Inn. The Raulf Hotel was built in 1927 by brothers Charles and Conrad Raulf, who had also famously built the Hotel Astor in Milwaukee. When it opened in May of 1928, it was a really big deal. It was 10 stories, over $1 million in construction costs in 1927. It loomed over downtown and it sort of became the hotel hotspot in Oshkosh. It had 160 rooms. It had a coffee shop, a cocktail lounge. There was a bowling alley. There was a 1,200-seat theater that adjoined the hotel. The hotel played host to numerous kind of famous guests of the era, including John Philip Sousa, industrialist Cornelius Vanderbilt, and boxers like Max Schmeling and Jack Dempsey. It'd be like Hotel in Oshkosh opening today, and instead of those people, you had, who's a famous musician? Getting old and no idea what's popular, so I have to literally Google famous musician. Who is the John Philip Sousa of today? So it'd be like if Drake, Elon Musk, and Conor McGregor hung out at a hotel in Oshkosh today. Hey, there we go. However, by the 1960s, the hotel had lost a significant amount of luster, but that's where things, in my mind, get kind of weird and interesting. Enter Lester O. Schwartz. So, in 1967, a group of investors, led by Lester O. Schwartz, purchased the Raulf with the grand vision of reviving the aging hotel into a thriving service hotel filled with color, character, art, music. Lester O. Schwartz was the artist in resident at Ripon College from 1944 to 1977. He grew up in Manitowoc and attended the Art Institute in Chicago. He studied in Paris. Big moment in his life, he met Picasso while studying abroad. Very influenced by people like Picasso and Gauguin. So what did Lester know about running a hotel? Well, as Lester put it in the press when he purchased the hotel, not much. But he was definitely passionate about the romance of hotel life. The rooms, 160 rooms, were all renovated. The bowling alley in the basement, sadly, was gutted and removed, converted into the Cove, a beer bar that, what I quote, would cater to the 18-year-older crowd and would host modern musical acts. A picture gallery was also added and designed to highlight local artists. Schwartz was very hands-on, and he even designed the menus, which were to be changed monthly and would be suitable for framing. The hotel was topped by a 13 by 30-foot sign that combined two of Picasso's works, including Sleep, originally painted in 1928, the year the Raulf opened. So for about a year and a half in the basement of the Picasso Plaza, there was Wage Peace. Wage Peace brought in numerous rock, jazz, boogie bands to Oshkosh, including John Lee Hooker, Muddy Waters, the MC5, Flock and Fuse, even a early version of Fleetwood Mac before Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks joined the band. There was an article from the Oshkosh Advance Titan described the scene as incredibly dense crowds filled with beer, THC, and a get-it-on philosophy. That's amazing. However, it was not amazing for the long-term tenants. So a number of complaints about noise and smoking and vandalism. Unsurprisingly, Wage Peace's lease was not renewed after 1972. Then, for a very brief moment, the beer bar was converted to the Beaver Lounge and Art Studio, an exotic entertainment spot which featured nude models. And for an extra 50 cents, you could go there was an art room where you could go sketch the nude models. That lasted about a month. But hey, it wasn't all drunken teenagers and nudie models. In 1971, Schwartz also opened up space in the hotel mezzanine level as a drop-in senior center, essentially, before Oshkosh had its own dedicated senior center. Odd mix of things going on in that building. But it wasn't all the chaos that drove Schwartz's hotel enterprise out. It was ultimately something far more mundane that happens to a lot of old buildings. Plumbing. The life of a building truly runs through its plumbing. Although he had really invigorated the hotel, again, occupancy was up, not enough to salvage financially the hotel. So in 1973, Schwartz sold the hotel to the Plaza Associates. They changed the name to the Plaza Motor Inn. It ran for a couple more years. And then around in 1977, it went bankrupt for good. So really, the last vestiges of what was the interior of the Raulf Hotel, the bar, the theater, everything was gutted and sold off for auction in October of 1980. The hotel was at that point converted into senior housing and later was purchased by the Winnebago County Housing Authority and is basically affordable housing to this day and is known as the Raulf Place. So hey, I learned something. If you'd like to see more of these videos, remember to like and subscribe to the library's YouTube channel. If you have comments, suggestions for topics or places or people to cover, let me know in the comments or contact me in the library using the links in the description. With that, I'll see you next time.